That's an obvious question. Yeah, refs giving us the 2 minute time. Like, how much time are we got? Like they're about to start the game. Oh, cool. Okay. All right. So yeah, we're pretty much good to go. So I'll do the whole intro, and then I'll bring you in, and then we can just talk about pretty much what we're expected. So. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to PPA Australia. My name is Dylan Kimlin. We are down at the Albany Tennis Park live in Auckland. Absolutely beautiful morning here in New Zealand, and we're about to get underway with our men's semi-finals for the singles division. Sitting next to me, Aaron Blitz, absolute superstar himself, and very much a pleasure to have you joining us. How are we doing, mate?
Doing good. Loving being in New Zealand. It's very much like home, just slightly different. So that's always promising.
Yeah, a little bit cooler, that's for sure.
Oh, who knows with Melbourne?
Yeah. Fair enough. I'm being a Brizzy-based person. I won't dish it out on Melbourne too much. But no, look, it's absolute pleasure having you on board, as I mentioned, and having your insight on the two gentlemen that we can see Grewal wandering at the back right there with our head official, David. I believe they're looking for one of the balls. But this event will be between Jay Grewal and he is up against Mitchell Hargraves. Aaron, you've had a little bit of experience against these two gentlemen. What can we potentially expect?
Well, they've had more positive experiences against me, I must say, but they're both absolute animals on the court. Mitch, very athletic, gets to everything, can hit shots from anywhere on the court. Jay, slightly different, like he can get everything, but he's more cat and mouse. Like he'll try and bring you in and move you side to side. Probably not as much power, but it's going to be an awesome match to see.
Yeah, fair enough. I think it's going to be an absolute pearler of a game. These two fellas have had many classic matches against each other in the past. Our official for this game, none other than David Jay, the top dog here I keep saying here in Australia, but we're in New Zealand, but we're sort of a big region now, including the Southeast Asia scene. So we've got so many players from our little pocket of the world, and it's wonderful to see. But it looks like our fellas are ready to go. Looks like Hargraves will be serving first. Yep, got the thumbs up. We're good to go. 0-0-2, Hargraves to serve. Just pushed wide there from Grewal, and immediately you can see that Grewal's pushing down the lanes. That's to be expected, Aaron.
Yeah, expected. He wants you to kind of make him work. He wants you to hit those winners, and this means if you can do that, you're gonna do well.
Yeah, not wrong. And we've got an immediate 2-point lead here. Oh no, my apologies. That was called long. 0-1. Grewal to bring it in. Oh, nice forehand roll. Mitchell's pretty dominant of the net when he gets the opportunities, Aaron.
Yes, and as you can see, singles nowadays, especially the last year or so with these new paddles, you can just generate so much spin even from your ankles.
Yeah, nice deep return there from Grewal, forces the side out. Things to because we've just started the semi-finals. Do you think there'll be any nerves for the gentlemen on court?
Or probably for traditional people, but I think these two have played so many finals now that this would be usual, and they're used to playing with it against each other. So I wouldn't expect too much nerves.
Yeah, double-handed backhand goes along there, skips over the net. Good atmosphere starting to build here in Auckland already. We've got a pretty solid local turnout.
Yeah, too short of a return. Mitch is going to punish all of those. And yeah, with that forehand, his whip, he can generate so much spin and get that ball anywhere he likes.
Well, that's a kitchen fault. Straight into the net. Unfortunately not over. Grewal still on 0, wants to get some points on the board here. Oh,
Yeah.
wonderful.
He set that up with that great serve, nice deep serve, put Mitch on his back foot a little bit. Jay's definitely probably got the more aggressive serve. Mitch, I think, just likes to place it, get it in.
Yep. I refer to him as captain. There we go. Captain consistent for a reason. Mitchell rarely makes mistakes.
Yeah, deep return, put Jay on his back foot. He's flicked that up to Mitch.
Ooh, just short there for Grewal.
Maybe a little bit of nerves.
It won't take long for these fellas to get the rust out.
There was the cat and mouse I was talking about, though. Just Mitch on the good end of that. Ooh.
Yeah, unlucky there for Grewal, and it's as someone of a shorter stature, you see these fellas with their ridiculous arm length on the kitchen line, Aaron. Do you find when you're playing these fellas in singles, do you have to take that into account, like just their outrageous reach?
Yeah, well, you find you make more errors because you're trying to hit it a little bit wider than you would for maybe a traditional opponent. And with these guys, like, yes, they're long, but they're very athletic. Like, they're split-stepping everything. They're getting to it. You're playing that point to hopefully hope that they just hit the ball into an area where you can then attack off of. You're not going to see these guys off some of these drives put away the volley straight away.
Yeah.
They're placing the point so then they can get that put-away shot.
Yeah, we've got a quick little timeout here for Jay. Having a bit of a breather. Want to slow down some of that momentum for Hargraves. As the fellas are ripping and raring to go.
But yeah, they definitely have a bit of history, these two. I remember Melbourne event last year. They played in the final, and I thought Mitch was going to win that, but Jay came out firing after the first set, and they've had this bit of a battle ever since then. A few of these events they've met each other, so it's always a really good game to watch.
Yeah, we can get that good game underway once more. 5-1, Hargraves to bring it in. Oh, highlight play. You talked about athleticism, Aaron. That was unreal.
Mr. Athletic. Couple missed returns. I know Jay, when I've played against him and with him, like, he always mentions you can just make these returns, and might just be a bit of nerves there.
Wonderful shot there by Hargraves. Yeah, and unforced errors can chew you up pretty quickly in singles. That's definitely a fair point.
Yeah, well, especially off a return. Like, you just miss it, and then you're down a point already just off a missed shot. There you go, cat and mouse. Bring Mitch in. Obviously, I've played Mitch over the years, and he's so good from the back of the court. You kind of want to bring him in, and just you hope for the best from there.
There we go, Grewal's doubled his score. So you find yourself, I'll finish that train of thought after this. There we go, that one goes wide. So if you find yourself 6 points down and you're in a semi-final, what are you trying to tell yourself to...
Time out. Time out. Yeah, time out. Or, look, just get the return in deep. Just mean go a bit softer. Just make them play, and then obviously, look, 6-2 down. You got to change things up a little bit and probably be a bit more aggressive.
Oh, they're now all working over, and it's currently 9-2 in favour of Hargraves.
Like, Mitch is going to go for all those baseline shots, so you got to expect that.
Oh, what a drive down the line. Absolute perfection from Hargraves. Yeah, we are using the Jurors for this event on the pickle roll surface. Aaron, you had an opportunity to play on this week. How have you found it?
Yeah, it's unreal, especially here with the colder weather. I think the pickle roll is playing really very much like a traditional tennis court or pickleball court, outdoor court. And then this Joola ball in the colder weather too, it's coming off a bit quicker, which makes it more exciting.
Yep. Yeah, and that's game one done to Hargraves. He's wrapped it up with a wonderful drive down the bottom left side of screen. Pretty dominant display there for Mitchell, Aaron.
Well, he's just consistent from the baseline. They're making Jay play. Look, that's all you can ask in singles. If you're up for the task, you're up for it.
Yeah, and I guess the pressure now is on Jay to try and force a game three. Gentlemen have a quick little breather.
Look, this has happened before in some of their matchups. I think Jay is is a slow burner at the start, and then he kind of works his way into the game, and he'll probably change up some of his tactics here.
Yeah, and I mean, we all know how electric he can be when he fires himself up. So, but we'll find out soon enough, as the fellas are just having a bit of a breather. Got to give a big thank you to all of our tournament staff. They've been flat stick here in Auckland, getting everyone ready to go. We've had an army of referees and volunteers running around. It's someone that I know you've managed tournaments yourself, Aaron. It's a harder role than most people think.
It's an unforgiving role most of the time, especially the volunteer big like state events or national events.
Welcome back, everyone. Game 2 underway right now. We've got an immediate side out. Hargraves to bring it in, 0-1. Oh, that is filthy. Oh, it's called out, never mind.
Yeah, I thought he got lucky there again.
Service error, gives it up immediately.
That comes with a more aggressive serve.
Hargraves went for it, and you can see that absolute reach of Grewal. He's an intimidating person to try and get the ball past, that's for sure.
Yeah, especially with those muscles popping out. I wish my arms looked like that.
Unfortunately, the muscles didn't come into play for that one. A bit too soft. And you can see that I feel like Jay's actually trying to play a little bit softer, it seems like.
Yeah, I feel like he's trying to play his more comfortable game. It seems like his harder shots aren't working for him at this current stage.
Yeah, nice drive there for Hargraves, ties things up.
Like Jay kind of just played into Mitch's hand there. Like Mitch is just so good from the baseline. Jay needs to start bringing him in.
Yeah, bread and butter for Hargraves, pops that one away. With a 1-point lead. So, have you had any screamers against these two? Any real close games?
Well, Mitch, many years ago, nationals. That's how I got my first national title against him.
Just got to drop that, of course.
I have to drop that. There's not many people who can say that. But he'd well and truly beat me easily now. He's a fitness machine and he's training every day.
Yep.
So I wouldn't expect anything less. But yeah, indoors, when there's a quicker court, when I can bring him in.
Yeah, there we go. Just wide for Hargraves. You can see what he was looking for, though. The gap was there.
Shooters are going to shoot. He's going to keep going for those.
Yeah, why not? He's got a one-game lead, right?
Yeah, especially when you're set up, you can kind of go for the ball a little bit more and you'll feel more comfortable on the court right now, because I think coming down from a set down is always tough, especially if you're not hitting as well. Like, I feel like Jay's not playing his best right now.
Wow. Oh, perfect. Absolutely phenomenal shot there by Hargraves right in the corner. And you mentioned baseline driving, mate. Masterclass right now. And we got a ball on court. That was our first lob for the game.
Mitch was finally under pressure from the back of the court. He had to go for that.
Oh, here we go. We got our fish LJ talking to Hargraves. I don't know whether the ball on court was sufficient.
Yeah, well, it wasn't called before. The ball did go behind the court. No one called anything. And then there, I think that's fair enough. Blue court, blue background, and you got the yellow ball coming across. I think it's fair enough if you call ball there.
Yeah, it looks like the fellas have had an understanding and we can get back underway. Still 4-1. Oh, there we go again.
Bread and butter.
Yeah, flick of the wrist down the right side. And Hargraves looking very comfortable right now for this semi-final.
Let's see if Jay starts changing things now. He went for a bit more there. He's trying.
Yeah, we've got a timeout here on the side of Greywall, fair enough too. So let's talk pressure situations. So we mentioned you called a timeout, right, earlier. What happens if you've called your timeout and it's not working for you? Like, are you going to do a drastic tactics change? Like, what would you do if you were in this situation right now?
Yeah, I would change completely what I'm doing on the court. Let's just say my history with Mitch is I've tried not get him out on the wings, for example. Like, as you've seen, he's hit some unbelievable backhands and forehands, especially wide. You honestly probably want to go down through the middle and make him hit that shorter ball on the angles, which is a harder shot to hit. Look, yeah, you just got to change your strategy depending on the player. Look, I think Jay here, if I was him, even though he's a much better player than me at the moment, I think he needs to just start doing some volleys, bring Mitch right into that kitchen area, do that cat and mouse, which he's so good at, which I mentioned at the start of the game. That's where his strength is.
Yeah, fair enough. We'll see if those changes come into fruition. Healthy lead right now for Mitchell Hargraves.
Especially Jay in his home country, he want to prove himself. Especially, we've got a decent crowd here.
Yep. Yeah, a bunch of Kiwis in the audience. And
like in Sydney, Mitch was able to, he almost won the singles final. And that's why, like, Jay would want to come here and make the final, make a good presence for New Zealand.
Of course. That's gone long, yeah. The Kiwi pickleball fan base is starting to grow a bit rabid over here. They're all over the place. It's so good to see.
There you go.
Yep. You should do commentary, mate. You've gone and called it.
Been on the court for 7 years. I know a little bit about pickleball, luckily.
No, well read. Greywall getting it back. Oh, there we go.
There we
That's a
go.
confidence boost up. Fantastic shot there for Jay Grewal.
That'll give him some extra confidence, go for these shots, which he needs at this stage. Yeah, a great volley off the line there.
Yeah, and the thing I think Hargraves rarely overhits the ball. Like he hits it hard. Don't worry about that. But he just looks so comfortable when he's at the net. Always has time.
He's got all the time in the world.
Another return error there for the side of Jay.
He's trying to be more aggressive. It's just not paying off for him right now. But let's hope it does.
Oh, called wide. I reckon there was a shred of pain in that one. That was pretty close, but Grewal
Looked good off the paddle, though.
yeah, it did. Sounded good too.
Wow.
Fantastic play by Hargraves, earning that side out.
Like, Jay did everything he could there. He was making Mitch stretch out, side on. Just unbelievable athlete Mitch is.
Oh, and again,
Too good.
Hargraves in fine form right now. Cruise control has been clicked on, and he is soaring his way towards that magic number of 11.
Scary part is this is probably Mitch at 90%.
Oh, wow. That is absolutely perfect. Cookie cutter. Kissing that line in the back left, the line that he was only off by about a foot last time. So he's gone and...
He's done well to place that in the corner there. Honestly, I was reading Mitch then. I thought he was going to go wide too, and Jay did the exact same thing.
Yeah.
So Mitch has obviously added a little bit more to his game, which is really good to see. Because like over the years, he's been one of the top players in Australia, if not the best player. And it's so good to see him still trying to improve his game by adding all these extra shots and even just with your body position, it gives away so much when you're on the court. And we're all trying to disguise our shots now. And I think it's probably a big part of what Mitch is trying to practice at the moment too.
Yeah, I mean, deception, you know, he completely threw Grewal off there. I agree entirely, Aaron. That was a fantastic. And then the poise to be able to finish that shot as well. Unreal.
Because his body weight's going the other way and he's hit it down the line.
Yep.
Too good.
I mean, I've got the hand-eye coordination of a toddler, so I wouldn't be able to do that, that's for sure.
I don't even know if I could pull that shot off at the moment either. So.
Either way, this is a match point situation to get through to the gold medal. Hargraves serving for it.
It's probably the first baseline shot I've seen Mitch miss. So it shows you how well he's playing.
He's very consistent with that double-handed backhand of his too. Grewal gets another chance.
Just a good deep volley by Mitch there.
Yep.
Caught Jay off guard.
Yeah, classic singles pickleball. Keep your opposition back. Hargraves for the game. Not today. 2 errors there on the double-handed backhand.
It always gets a little bit tight at the end of games. Mitch normally doesn't, but maybe he's just a bit tight in those few points, especially when you're 10-2 up.
Just wide. Yeah, I call it the 10-point hump for a reason. We have so many games where people are just stuck on 10. It's a scary prospect. Cat and mouse, mate. You brought it up.
Yeah, you could tell then Mitch kind of only half went for that serve then, and that's gave Jay the opportunity to hit that deep return and put Mitch on his back foot. So I think Mitch on his next match point is going to have to go for his serve a little bit more.
Perfect for Grewal. What a drive. That's currently 310. You can see a fist bump there for Jay after he nailed that drive. And singles is all about like self-momentum, right? Like you want to pump yourself up.
Well, you don't have your partner there pumping you up.
Hargraves responds with a fist bump of his own. Forces that side out. Once again, match point situation.
We'll see if Mitch goes for his serve a little bit more because he was tentative on the last couple.
Repeat strikes from Jay. Pushing that corner, wonderfully done.
Mitch serves a bit deeper then, but Jay just hit a great return. Like, Jay is a really good returner. I've experienced it firsthand.
Wonderful drive. And I frequently say the pickleball's a game of momentum, Aaron, and you know, it's been a good little passage of play here for Grewal.
He's definitely pulling the rope a little bit in this tug of war. He's trying to get it back on his terms.
And there we go. Hargraves has immediately recognised that, calls the time, kills some of that momentum.
Yeah, smart at 10-4. I feel like once you get, if you're 10-2 up and it gets to 5 or 6, that's when you really feel the pressure. So you may as well cut it off at 4 and come out, and he might have to just be a little bit more aggressive here. He's just been a bit tentative on the last couple of points, Mitch has.
Do you have a particular routine when you're doing a timeout?
Look, I wish I used timeouts more. That's probably one of my weaknesses, to be honest. But yeah, look, you got to go into your timeout and just think about what you're actually going to do on the next shot. I find that's the best thing you can do. Like, if I don't know what they're going to do with their serve, for example, but I know I'm going to hit it to their backhand, see how it's going, or I'm going to hit it to their forehand, or should I go for a drop shot here, bring them in? You just got to really think out the point, and I feel like that puts you in the zone, which might need to happen here, especially Mitch. Aggressive return would be nice. Get Jay to pop it up to him.
Yeah, he's as calm as a cucumber, Hargraves. He looks like he's just done a morning stroll through Auckland, and here he is playing in the semi-final. Players recommence. Jay Grewal to serve, 4-10. Oh, what a drive.
Yeah. There you go. He's finding some form now. He's hitting some really good baseline shots, which Jay can do very well. So.
Yeah, there's those repeat deep drives from Hargraves. Forces the side out in the match point situation once more. That was so close.
That was the opportunity.
Lob recovery, tweener, unsuccessful.
That would have got a bit of momentum going and the crowd going.
Oh, he's got a big cheeky grin. The fella's having a good laugh.
The muscles would have been out even further.
Oh, these guys are always having a good time on court. It's great to see.
There you go. He's pumping himself up a bit more now. He's getting that feel, which obviously it's very late in the game for him to start getting this feel, but you take what you can get.
I've got to say, after the timeout, you know, or leading up to the timeout, it seems like Grewal, he's bounced back pretty well here. Only 4 points down, Aaron.
Yeah, just some missed baseline shots, uncharacteristic of Mitch.
Grewal with the response right now, putting the pressure on. Good pickleball here live in Auckland.
Hopefully this pumps Mitch up a bit more. There we go.
Yeah, comfortable as ever at the net. Hargroves putting that one away.
Yeah, so let this one rip. Get that tension out.
Well, you mentioned the muscles. They're getting put into use right now.
For sure. Like Mitch went for that serve a bit more. Jay gave him the shorter return. So Mitch got what he wanted, just Jay too good.
Yeah, and I don't know if the footage does it justice, just the sheer velocity that these gentlemen can put the ball off the paddle. Very fast.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to be playing sting pong with these blokes.
Oh, here we go.
Very unusual shot for Jay. I've never seen him hit these left-hand forehands. Like Mitch's putting him on the reach so much, he's resorting to a left-handed forehand.
Oh, the opportunity was there. Hargroves forces the side out once more, and the pressure now starting to mount for Mitchell. He'd love to put this one away if he could. Ah, those too good.
Way more aggressive serve, got the short return, got the forehand that he wants. I think he should have just done that 6 points earlier.
Yeah, I mean, got to give credit to Greenwall. He bounced back, but it might have been a bit, well, it was too little too late in the end. Mitchell Hargraves too strong. Takes the victory and goes through to the gold medal. And we have plenty of footage to you, ladies and gentlemen, as we also have our gold medal coming right on up here from the Albany Tennis Park in Auckland. If you are a local New Zealander and you want to come on down, we would love to have you. Got some spectacular seating for all of our local viewers. And as I mentioned earlier, the New Zealand pickleball space is booming. I was lucky enough to spend some time in Wellington earlier this year, and what a fantastic pickleball community they have over there, and it seems that Auckland is very much in the same boat. You done much over in New Zealand before?
Not pickleball, but I've been to Auckland a few times and love it here. Very much Melbourne weather, so a bit of rain, bit of sunshine, have to wear a jumper. But you love it here. I really want to check out South Island. I think that's beautiful down there, and obviously both islands have got definitely some benefits to go to, like Hobbiton.
Yeah.
Hobbiton's good for all the Lord of the Rings fans out there. And the glowworm caves are beautiful too.
Yeah.
You go see them on the way.
Yeah, for any of our international viewers tuning in right now, if you ever want to do a pickleball holiday, I mean, New Zealand might be somewhere to come and visit.
Reach out to me on Instagram. I'll tell you where to go in North Island.
Oh, you'll tell them where to go in Melbourne, mate.
Yeah. Come watch some AFL, Aussie Rules football.
Yep.
That's my second home, the MCG.
Oh, imagine if we get a pickleball court there, mate. That would be very cool. As we're getting ready now for our final games for the singles portion of today, just going to jump into a little commercial break and we'll see you back once our players are ready to go. Once again, thank you to all of our sponsors. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Auckland. My name is Dylan Kimlin. This is the PPA Australia Men's Singles Gold Medal that we're about to get underway. Sitting next to me is the super coach himself, Mike Newell. Mike, how are we doing, mate?
Dylan, I'm doing really well and very excited to watch this match between these two studs. It's going to be great.
Yeah, not wrong. We've got the combination of Hargraves taking on Lazaro. I got to admit, Mike, this is the first time I've covered Leander, and it's an absolute pleasure to have him on the courts. Give us a bit of a feedback. What do we know about this gentleman?
Well, yeah, myself as well. Today was the first time that I saw him play. I did watch him earlier in some of his early rounds, and loved watching him play. Very crafty. He's got an all-around good game, so I'm really excited to see how he matches up against our gun Mitch here. It's going to be very exciting.
Yeah, so Lazaro there in the black top at the back, currently warming up with Mitchell Hargraves with the white hat. We will have official Kylie Dunn, the award-winning referee out of Queensland, covering this game. And Mitchell Hargraves, I don't know if you caught the semi-final that we just covered, Mike, but he was on fire.
He was. I did watch the match. Obviously, two really good players, Jay and Mitch, and I've known them both for a long time, played doubles partners with both of them, so it was difficult to cheer for one or the other, but let me tell you, Mitch was on fire the first game. He did not do much wrong. His passing shots were just pinpoint, and he was moving exceptionally well, so I don't know that I can say I've seen Mitch in better form than that first game. That was really nice to see, so hopefully he carries that through, and but Leander's going to give him a big fight here.
Yeah, I mean, Leander took down Joey Wild, obviously phenomenal player, and I think it's probably raised some eyebrows. Leander's come out of nowhere and just knocked off one of the top players.
That's right. We haven't seen him play a lot. As we said before, we haven't seen him play too much, so I hope Mitch has done a little bit of homework on him. Maybe he was able to catch a little match here or there earlier, or talk to some of his opponents and get an idea of how he plays. But it's going to be exciting to see how this matches up.
It looks like our fellas are ready to go. Official Dunn's given the okay. We can get underway. 0-0. Hargraves to bring it in. Yeah, ripping it down the right side too long there for Hargraves.
Yeah, and I think that's what we're going to see a lot of. Both guys are going to be trying to push their way into the net as soon as they possibly get a look at a decent approach and put the pressure on the other one to come up with some pinpoint passes.
Wonderful shot there.
Great roll. That's fantastic use of top spin, and he's looking to play a little cat and mouse there. Mitch didn't quite get it back, but yeah.
Oh, a bit of cheeky dinking there from Leander. Gets the job done. 2-point lead.
Again, that same backhand pass, he gets it down low, and then they get into a little cat and mouse. Leander came up good on that one.
Yeah, that's an Ernie for Hargraves, perfectly placed.
Hey, chalk that up. You don't see that often in the singles, but we'll give him the Ernie stat on that one. But prior to that, fantastic ball down the line there. He kind of ripped the backhand deep into the corner, and that really set up that easy put away.
Mike, we're seeing a few third shot drops from Leander. Not the most common thing, but it's clearly working for him.
Exactly. Well, in watching him earlier, he did like to get into that little cat and mouse game where he moves exceptionally well, and so I think that he feels like, he can cover the court a bit better than his opponents, but he might not have played against somebody who moves as well as Mitch. We'll see.
Recovery, unable to get the second one back over. However, Lazaro retakes the serve.
Good eye from Mitch there, and Leander's moving well across that baseline. He made Mitch play a couple extra balls there, so that's all credit to his exceptional moving.
called long. Got a tied game right now. Hargraves, bit of a slow start, but he's brought it back.
That's fantastic. So Mitch had a really good deep serve there. Got a shorter reply back and then was able to just rip that forehand. So Mitch is definitely being a little more aggressive with his serve than Leander has. Same thing there. Again, set up by that good deep serve into the corner, and the backhand from midcourt, most of the guys are going to make that pass. Leander's got to put a little more depth on that ball if he expects to cover the net, that well.
Yeah, that sounds like top of the paddle. That's a side out. And Hargraves, we saw, had a lot of success with those passing drives, Mike, in the semi-final.
That's right, off both sides. They're really, he was passing well off the forehand and backhand, and there was really not a lot of patterns. He was passing cross, line, everything. So.
Oh, how good is that from Lazaro? Wonderful drive. Easier said than done, Mike, the old running drive.
Yeah, it was a little bit of a double shake and bake, wasn't it? He kind of hit that nice low passing shot and then followed it in and knocked off the volley for a winner. Again, great moving, smart play.
Oh, cheeky.
We'll take it.
Yeah.
There you go. I'm sure Mitch is not going to complain about that. That happens every now and again.
Oh, the old sorry, not sorry.
Again, it really setting it up nicely with that deep serve. And Leander's got to work hard to get a little more depth on that return. Otherwise, he's just getting picked apart on his way into the net there.
So, Mike, you've had the pleasure of playing alongside Hargraves. What's it like? What's he like just being around him as a presence?
Oh, look, he's a true professional. I just love seeing these guys take pickleball on. He hasn't been in it that long. I mean, I probably first saw him play in 2019 at the Nationals, and then, and he was obviously Australia's best player back then. He took a bit of a break for a while and then came back, and he's one of our guys that is just full on into pickleball, doing all the right things, training on court, training off court. I love seeing it, so really happy to see him do well.
Drive's called long.
He's also taken the opportunities to go over to the States when he's had them and try and put himself up against some of the top competition in the world. So that's another part that, is key for the Australian and Asian players, is to get over there and see how they go.
Yeah, well left. That's called long. A bit too much mustard on that one for Hargraves.
Yeah, just didn't quite get that left hand working for him to flick it cross court with some spin, but it's the right idea.
Oh, what a rally.
There we go, baby.
Highlight play for Hargraves. They were cutting some crazy angles there, Mike.
Unbelievable hustle, fantastic movement. Leander had the point one, he thought, probably in his own mind, maybe a couple times, and just great defense from Mitch, and then obviously turned it into a big offensive forehand.
We did see a lot of success in the semi-final from Hargraves with the baseline drives. Seems to be his go-to, Mike.
Yeah, he's actually been working really hard at that. He's and we're definitely seeing Leander's preference, rather than have a crack at it like Mitch will. He prefers to play that little soft shot into the kitchen, follow it in, and try and rely on his movement, his touch, his feel. He's crafty with his paddle. He changes the angle at the last second here and there. So Yeah, definitely two different strategies.
Hargraves starting to fire right now. Currently has a 7-3 lead. And Mike, I got to say, in the last point, we saw a volley lob from Hargraves. Don't see them too often.
Not often, and he pinpointed it over that left shoulder, so Leander wasn't able to really hit the overhead smash. He had to take some time and run back, and then he's on total defense from there. So yeah, Mitch is in form. He's doing a lot here on the court. He's got a lot of variety right now, and he's definitely seeing the ball early, because this is probably the best I've seen Mitch move around the court.
Yeah.
So he's been putting the work in off the court, which is nice to see.
Yeah, practice makes perfect, so they say. And it's clear Hargraves has been putting in work. I mean, promising signs for Leander. He's obviously got through to a gold medal, taken on some of the best players in our region, but pressure quickly starting to mount for him. But, I mean, you wouldn't know it. You see him there on the side. Looks super relaxed.
He does look very relaxed, doesn't he? He's having a big crack up over there earlier with, I don't know if that's his coach or his mixed doubles partner, but she's definitely keeping it light and easy, and he's in a good spirits coming back after that timeout.
It's so good to see. Everyone has a good time here at our pickleball events. Players recommence. We can get back underway. 7-3.
Just missed that one, but a nice deep volley there by Leander. Pushed it deep. Rather than bringing him in for those short ones, he decided to go and push it deep again. So maybe he's changing up his strategy a little bit here.
Oh, read like a book.
Too good. Mitch saw that early, and maybe Leander took off just a tiny bit too early there, because I think my grandmother would have made that one as well.
Probably the only time when enthusiasm's a bad thing.
Ooh, just deep there. Unfortunate, because that's a great idea to approach deep down that middle and see if you can take some of the angles away from Hargraves.
Yeah, we've had a challenge on the side of Lazaro, but official Dunn has confirmed it is long.
All right, little chink in the armor there. That's unfortunate. Mitch had been serving very well up to that point, and the serve had been really getting him some free balls back to do something with, but not that one.
Talk to me about service, Mike. How important is it in a singles match?
Look, I think we're finding not only in singles but in doubles as well, some of the guys are starting, and ladies are starting to hit a lot more aggressively on the serves. It definitely can help set up the point in singles for sure. I mean, not only opening the court up, but getting some really good depth on that serve. So many of the guys want to approach on their return of serves, and if you can get a good deep serve, you might put more pressure on them. They might approach a little bit shorter, and you've got to look at a better pass. Ooh, that was unfortunate. Mitch had a bit of a short return there, and Leander looked like he was actually going for a pass, not a little a soft one into the kitchen, and he just didn't quite execute that one, but it was there for him.
We've had a couple of quick side outs. Hargraves once more has it. Few errors here, Mike, from both sides.
Yeah, look, I like that Leander's starting to approach up the middle. Just change things up a little bit. He's tried to approach out on the wings, and Mitch has been, hitting nice angles, nice hard line passing shots. But, that approach up the middle really makes it difficult to hit the angles from the middle of the court. And, yeah, we'll see if he keeps continuing on having a bit of success with that.
Perfection by Hargraves. What a shot. And here's... you can see Lazaro having a good laugh to himself.
Yeah.
But, I mean, what can you do to defend that? It's just a brilliant shot to the left side.
Yeah, I think he was a little upset with himself. I think he thought maybe it was going out, maybe not. He was a little tentative on playing that one, but usually on a high volley like that, he if he wasn't so tentative, he probably knocked that away for a winner. I think he was kind of laughing. There's another one again, up the middle, a little bit short, a little bit low, and just a more difficult shot to hit that angle pass for Hargreaves there. Tried that lob again, but unfortunately didn't quite get it over the left shoulder, and Leander's got some ups. Said bye-bye to that one. Straight down at Mitch's feet.
What a recovery.
Fantastic movement by Mitch there. He had some really good deep approach, a deep first volley. Leander hit a great pass down the line there, and Mitch was there. He's covering so much of the court. He's seeing the ball very early, so he's just exploding to that side and getting to it.
Service error there for Hargreaves. We've seen a couple of those, Mike.
Yeah, he has missed a few, and that one he kind of took some pace off and just tried to hit kind of a loopy deep shot, which we haven't seen him try yet, but just missed it a little bit long. Again, back to cover in that court. Once he gets up to that net, there's not a lot of balls that have gone past Mitch Hargreaves. He's gotten his paddle on pretty much every single shot, and that's just, again, a tribute to how early he sees the ball, how well he moves. Leander's not quite ripping those passes, which he might maybe want to start trying a couple of those.
Oh, what a recovery. Fired up for Leander. Beautiful shot down left side.
Yeah, that was too good. I think he took a little chance and guessed on that one, guessed correctly, and boy, that backhand volley was just sitting there for him to hit the angle winner. 4-9, he's trying to mount a little comeback. And might be a bit of a good idea to take a timeout here for Hargreaves, I think, if he sitting at 5-9 here, see what he does. Never a bad idea to break some momentum. Again, great little backhand flick into that corner by Mitch there. Just makes it very difficult, especially against a guy who doesn't really like, so far we haven't seen Leander really ripping his passing shots, hard line or anything. So Mitch can just flick it back into that corner and then look to move to cover.
Oh, how good was that backhand?
That's too good.
And Mike, I'm curious, because you mentioned like momentum building. How do you find in singles to generate your own positivity, your own, self-belief, especially when you've, several points down like Leander is right now?
Yeah, well, you just got to back yourself, really, and know that what you're doing is going to work. Like I said, we haven't seen Leander really change his game too much. He has decided to approach up the middle a little bit more, where he was approaching up the sides earlier, and that wasn't working too well. But he's backing himself, and he's still playing his cat and mouse game. And you just got to believe that what you're doing is going to work, and he obviously does. He doesn't seem phased. He doesn't seem stressed out. He didn't call a timeout really at all. So he's right in it. And I think also you get the feel when somebody's playing very well, like Mitch had been early on in this game, and he's dropped off his game a little bit here. He's missed a couple shots that he had been making, and so I think Leander just backs himself and decides, okay, well, let me just keep the pressure on, mix it up with a funny little slice serve there, and try and do something different.
We've seen many unforced errors and side outs in the past 5 minutes or so, Mike. Do you find, is there a call to consistency? Stop playing the riskier plays and try and clean things up, or would you continue?
Well, definitely when you're ahead in the score, for sure. That's just an absolute rocket down the line there by Mitch. He really needed that. He was sitting on 9 there for a while, so this brings him to game point with a lot of confidence after that shot right there. He made it look easy, but that low backhand drive down the line was not that easy.
Tried for a repeat.
Yeah, unfortunately that one was on his paddle there. That was game point sitting on the forehand. That's got to execute that one.
Yeah, home run pitch right on the tee, but we've got a 5-10 for Lazaro.
There you go again. I mean, a great approach, nice and deep, had the ball that he wanted and just flicked it a bit long there. A little chink in the armor from Hargreaves here.
Oh, the net roll.
And a little luck, you know, it's all happening for Leander. And
3-point game.
is that Mitch taking a timeout? That's a smart idea.
Yeah, it certainly looks like it, and I know that we do have frequent momentum changes in our singles games, Mike. So let's look at both of these gentlemen right now. So Leander's on a bit of a comeback, whereas Hargreaves, actually a bit of info for you, Mike. In the semi-final, he was stuck on 10 for quite some time.
That's right. I watched that match, actually. Yeah. As a matter of fact, Jay was down 2-10 and came all the way back to 8-10.
Yeah.
And at 8-10, Jay had an easy volley into the open court that he just hit the top of the net. Would have been 9-10, but yeah, he was definitely working his way back. And that's probably when Hargreaves did play his lowest level. Jay picked it up a bit, but Mitch also dropped his level a little bit. And that's, you know, pretty much what's happened here as well. He's missed a few passes that he wasn't missing earlier. He actually, you know, unforced error on that one backhand volley deep, trying to roll a forehand volley deep, and yeah, so, but he knows that he can get a quick side out here and take the game. So he's going to back himself and keep playing pressure coming forward. Just like that. Fantastic play. He's been doing it the whole game. He's been winning a lot of points doing that. So even if he does miss a pass here or there, he's not flustered with it. And again, if Leander doesn't come in here, I'm sure Mitch is going to take the first opportunity to get into that net if he can. Leander's on his way in. Second forehand sitting there for him. Got to put that in play, especially on game point. Oh, good balance by Mitch there. But interestingly, Leander played that forehand down the line rip. He didn't go with the soft into the kitchen on his very first one. He actually decided to go for that pass. There we go.
Hargreaves will take game one. We'll have a paddle tap. Gentlemen, have a bit of a breather before we bounce into the second one. Mike, what do we take from that game?
Well, yeah, look, great job by Leander to fight his way back in. You know, Mitch was definitely the better player early on. He was not missing much. He was playing an all-around game. His backcourt passing shots were on. His net coverage was on. Like, he wasn't doing too much wrong. But Leander just stuck to it, came fighting back, and made a game of it. And, you know, right now, there's a big difference between if you win, 11-2, 11-3, or if it's 11-7 or 11-8. You know, that game could have gone either way. They both know that, so it's going to be a very exciting game number 2, that's for sure.
Do you predict a tactics change on the side of Lazaro?
It'll be interesting to see. I mean, he's doing pretty well with his cat and mouse, but I'd like to see him add a few more hard passing shots. You know, rip a couple down the line, rip a couple hard cross-court ones, just to keep Mitch guessing a little bit, because he has shown that the majority of the time he is playing that softer drop into the kitchen, whether it be a little topspin roll or a slice, and then trying to follow it in and play a bit of cat and mouse. But we'll see. I definitely would like to see Mitch continue to serve aggressively. The couple of serves he missed, he didn't really actually go after it too much, but I'd like to see him be aggressive with his serve, because he was getting quite a few shorter balls back that he could really take control of the point. Well, there you go. I guess the answer is no, Leander's not going to change his strategy. He's going to keep hitting those little drops and followed in, and he just won that point. So it's obviously working for him.
Oh, nice drive.
All right, there we go. So I think it's the first time I've seen him do that the whole match.
Ask and you shall receive.
There we go, and he does it very well, according to 1 out of 1 on the forehand cross-court rip.
Yeah, solid start for this game too. 2-0.
That's just a fantastic volley by Mitch there. Leander left it up a little bit higher than what he's normally been doing, but Mitch came up with a nice, good backhand flick down the line to take that one. And Mitch kind of repays the favor by popping one up a little too high. We didn't see too much of that in the first game, but once those balls go up, these boys have got plenty of weaponry to smack it away for a winner.
It is Easter, mate. Plenty of chockies for everyone.
Yeah.
Just short. There for Lazaro. Have another side out, and you think... I mean, we saw Hargraves have a bit of a cooling off period at the first game. Hopefully, you know, we haven't had an immediate call off for Leander and he can continue the form.
Yeah, that's right. Both of them are playing pretty well. They've left a few balls up, but you know what? They're keeping the balls in, which is always a plus. You'd rather leave it up a little high than dump it into the net. So, we almost had a little ATP in singles. I think it was almost there for him. Just caught the net post.
He looks so happy. Lazaro is clearly having a good time. Big smile on his face for pretty much this entire 2-game series.
All right, well, that was interesting. He changed it up and did a little slice forehand approach, which is always good. Just slows the ball down, keeps it a little lower when it bounces. So got a free point there off a missed forehand pass. I like the way that he's changing it up a little bit.
So in a game like this, Mike, with very frequent side outs, like, I don't think we've had a long rally yet.
No, you're not going to see too many of the rallies. Definitely not baseline to baseline. You know, and in the first game we did have a few more points that went, you know, up in that 10 shots with a little bit more of the cat and mouse, but it was a lot more of the soft stuff. I mean, both these guys are just charging into the net the first opportunity they can. So they're really trying to finish the points, especially Mitch. He's going for a lot of hard passes and only playing the soft ones when he really needs to. He's takes every opportunity to just rip a pass when he can. Whereas Leander's still happy to play a little soft game and use his footwork to cover the court better and position and whatnot to try and win the point with a little soft touch and feel. It's working well for him so far. He's up a little bit this game.
We've seen a couple of baseline errors here on the side of Lazaro. And would you put that down to the nice deep returns that Hargraves keeps pushing?
That was a great return there. I mean, that's a tough shot to hit when it comes that deep.
That one, unfortunately, too long.
Yeah, just didn't quite get enough topspin on that one. The first one was a beauty, a ripper forehand cross-court pass, and Leander's there. He's so quick. He got there, and Mitch had another look at the backhand, but didn't quite execute it.
Oh, perfection by Hargraves once more. Wonderful shot down the line, Mike.
Again, yeah, Mitch's backhand, he's got, you know, like most of the good players, he can rip it with that left hand and get some really good spin on it. And it's also a little bit deceiving. It's hard to tell whether he's going to go cross or line with it. And there we go again. An absolute bombed rocket down the line off that forehand. He loves that engaged pursuit.
And again, another great drive. Hargrave starting to fire at the early stages of this game too.
Forehand's hot. He's just ripped that inside in, and not much Leander could do about it. That ball was whizzing by. Well, commentator's curse there, I suppose.
Happens to all of us, mate. It's all right, you'll cop it from Mitchell later.
Oh, he got the one he wanted. He had a really nice deep serve, got a bit of a short return with Mitch coming in, sitting on the forehand.
Yep.
Just didn't quite execute that one, but I'm sure he'll make the next one. Great job by Mitch there. A little cat and mouse of his own there that time.
Yeah, that lob didn't exactly work out as Lazaro would have liked. Easy put away.
Too good. Great combination of passing shots there by Mitch to set up that last one.
See what he was trying to do there, just couldn't execute.
Yeah, Leander was all over that one. He picked it early, and he got there, had that high forehand volley, and just didn't quite execute it. He looks like he's a little tired, needs a little rest. Hopefully his support team will come over and cheer him up a little bit like last time. He seemed to play very well after that timeout in game number 1. He had a little pump up from his support team and came out and started a big comeback. So let's see if that's what's going to happen here.
So I'm curious, Mike, as you're a very renowned coach in the Australian scene. If you were the person trying to pump up your player right now, they're 4 points down in a game 2. Like, what are you saying to the player that you'd be coaching?
Yeah, look, it really depends on the player, honestly. As I look here, you can look at Mitch, and he's much more stoic, and Leander is very, happy, bubbly. He likes to, obviously keep things light. I have some players that do that, but at some point you want to say something meaningful. So whether you're keeping it light or keeping it a little more serious, you want to make sure that you're giving them some good information, not a lot of information, but some tidbits, here and there, and hopefully that'll sink in and help them a little bit. But yeah, it's mostly geared towards the player, what they like. I've got players that are at both ends of the spectrum.
Yeah, players recommenced immediately with the side out. Here we go. Can Lazaro respond? Yes, he can. Wonderful third shot drop once more.
That's a great little drop. I think Mitch just took his eye off a little bit there, and oh goodness, that's not what you want. He set up, got the ball he wanted, and looked like he got a little bit tentative on that backhand volley put away, but he had been making those earlier. So let's see if Mitch can tighten up the ship a little bit here.
We're seeing a lot of, probably a lot more dinking action than I would normally expect from an Australian singles match, Mike. Any particular reason for that?
Well, I think that's definitely Leander's style, and he's very good at it. Like I said, I did watch him earlier today, and he was beating everybody up to this point. The matches that I watched, he was using this exact same style and doing very well with it. Whereas you're right, most of our guys and and Jay and Joey and a lot of the really top Alex Fairbanks, they tend to hit hard. They play a lot of passing shots with pace. They don't get into the cat and mouse unless they really have to. They're still okay at it, but obviously Leander's style, yeah, he really likes it. Prefers it, it's his go-to option.
4-7, Leander to serve.
Got a little funny bounce there. Mitch put a little bit of side spin on that ball, and it took a little twist at the last minute after the bounce, and Leander just lost control of that one. But, you know, we have...
Called wide. We have a challenge from Hargraves. Official done has confirmed it is out. So cat and mouse, who's Tom and Jerry in this situation, Mike?
Yeah, that's a good question. It's a good question. Well, I'd say that Leander has probably had the upper hand lately on the cat and mouse, but you know, he's probably getting a few more points by playing it that way. I think Mitch is just taking a timeout, which is not a bad idea.
Yeah, 2 points in it. Players will have another breather once more. And yeah, we always take the time to thank our referees. I know the Australian Pickleball Board have been flat out trying to do their best to support the New Zealand space with their refs. And we've got a good turnout for our events so far. Mike, you mentioned you were doing some coaching. How's the Kiwis down here?
The Kiwis are fantastic. I've met a lot of them coming over to Australia over the last couple of years, and there was a nice little group that I had yesterday that invited me out to do some coaching, and they were awesome. We had such a good time. They just are so interested in learning, and I love that. It's, you know, 3 hours flew by like it was nothing. You know, they were very engaged, and yeah, hopefully we can get some more coaching camps going here and get some more coaches trained. I've been fortunate enough to train a few of the guys over here, and I know they're doing a great job in the different areas in Wellington and in the Auckland area, so hopefully we'll get a few more around the South Island.
We love our Kiwi friends just across the ditch, and we love watching pickleball. As we can get back underway for this game too, Leander Lazaro to serve, 5-7.
Great play by Leander. Again, he's got such good control there. Pinpoint, moving it around, just taking Mitch side to side, and then eventually push that one deep. Even Mitch couldn't catch up to it.
Those deep returns. Keeps going back to the well, getting results.
Yeah, I think Mitch has had, you know, a bit of success when he has had to deal with that short, low one up in the kitchen. Is, you know, really flip some topspin deep into the backhand corner of Leander. He's had quite a bit of success there. Bye-bye. Great point. Unbelievable defense there by Hargraves. Turned it into offense. Great job. Leander didn't do a lot wrong. He just got outplayed that point.
Yep. And they're the kind of players you just tip your hat and just get straight back into the next one. Oh, he's really starting to fire. Oh, no, called out.
Just wide on the second one, but even that first one, Mitch hit a ripper of a forehand pass, and Leander's there. He's covering the net so well. Very quick.
Service error up. Can't be doing those.
Yeah, and you know, I don't mind too much because I think he does need to start going for a little more on the serve. Otherwise, he knows Mitch is going to put the pressure in with a good deep approach. If he can get that serve in there nice and deep, and he might get something a little bit easier back.
We have another timeout here on the side of Lazaro. Mitchell Hargraves sitting pretty right now with a 3-point lead. And that timeout clearly worked for him earlier on because he's bounced back strong.
That's right. He hasn't done much wrong since he's come back. He's, you know, keeping the pressure on him, making him play. The points that Leander has won, he's actually won. He's played better points, but Mitch has tightened up those unforced error count. He's a lot lower now than it was. Hopefully he can just really stay strong and look to put the pressure on and try and close it out. But Leander's a fighter. We saw him in that first game, come back from quite a few points down. He's a competitor, and he's definitely not going to just let this slip away.
I'm curious, Mike, as this is the first day of our events here, how, as a coach, is there a caution advised, or do you want the players to go all out for the singles, knowing full well that they have mixed and gendered?
Yeah, these guys are in great shape. They need to be going out all out all the time. Yeah, they're not going to hold back at all. I mean, they've got medals on this. There's titles on this. These guys want to win, so they're going to go all out. And, they're fit enough that they can recover. They know how to recover, and they're going to be fine for the gender doubles tomorrow and the mixed on Sunday for sure. That's a great deep approach. Yeah, straight down the middle. Really tough to make that pass from there, especially when poor Leander's backing up a bit. It's a little bit more difficult as your weight's going back. So.
Well, just wide for Hargraves. Saw the gap, couldn't put it away.
Yeah, unfortunately, we saw that a little bit in the first game too, didn't we? We when Mitch was getting closer to that game, finishing up, he missed a couple forehands, just didn't put it in play, which is normally he's doing a great job of that, is getting the balls in play.
Talking about balls in play, we got one rolling on court.
An extra one there, hey. Unfortunate. Happens. Again, Leander hit a great serve there, and he got a relatively short mid-court ball back. I'd like to see him, have a rip at a couple of those back ends, not just always go with the soft, roll it into the kitchen. That ball was sitting there, and I know he can do it. I've seen him do it.
Oh, the ATP is good.
There's our ATP, but there's not much you can do about it. And again, in Leander's spirits, he's cracking up, having a throw with his paddle and smiling the whole time.
What a rally, what a recovery. Solid 10 out of 10 paddle chuck. Speaking of 10s, we have a match point situation for Mitchell Hargraves right now. Gold medal on the line. Drive unsuccessful. Lazaro getting it back.
Yeah, again, that forehand is just sitting there for him. He needs to put it in, at least make him play the shot there. You don't want to just give away that freebie. And there we go with the Hargraves two-handed flick there. Really great use of the whole court. Flicked it down the line and then flicked it into the open court cross. Great control with that paddle. Well done, Mitch.
Oh, the angle can't be cut. Mitchell Hargraves will take the gold for this men's singles. Leander Lazaro with the silver.
A little bit of luck there at the end, and Leander had another look at possibly an ATP. Decided to go back cross court. Didn't quite get that angle over the net, but fantastic effort there from both guys. Great match. Mitch just a little bit too strong.
Yeah, solid response. I mean, Hargraves, we saw him tear it up in the semis and then continue that fine form to take the first gold of our men's events for this event.
Well, he is the golden boy of Australian pickleball, so kind of suiting for Hargraves to take a gold.
And we're going to wrap things up, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for tuning in for our singles events for today here in Auckland. It's been a very pleasant start to this tournament, Mike. It's been a great time.
Fantastic. Venue's great. This is unbelievable pickleball we've had all morning, and yeah, really enjoyed it. Thanks for having me, Dylan. I look forward to getting back out here later on in the weekend.
Mate, looking forward to having you. It's been an absolute pleasure as always, and thank you to everyone tuning in. We will see you live in the next one. Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to PPA Australia. My name is Dylan Kimlin. We are live from the Albany Tennis Park here in Auckland, New Zealand. We're currently seeing our ladies warm up for our bronze medal. Sitting next to me is Sanj Carter. So good to have you in the booth, Sanj. How are we doing today?
Very well, Dylan. Thank you. It's lovely being indoors and having the ladies on the pickle roll. No elements to deal with, so we're going to see some amazing pickleball for this bronze medal match.
Yep, and this will be 3 games to 11, a win by 2. Our official Adrian Gray will be calling this one. And the ladies on court, we've got Michaela Hyatt, the highlight herself at the back of the screen there with the white visor, and she's up against Yasmin Almagaya. And tell me about Jasmine. I've called Michaela a ton of times. I know you've done a fair bit with Jasmine, though. Give us a rundown, Sanj.
Well, I finally got to meet Jasmine this morning in person, but Jasmine's travelled over from the US. She had the girlfriend of Roman. However, I think she might be one of the better players of the partnership. They'll have to battle that one out on the court as well. But she's got through to a bronze medal match. So I think she's got bragging rights in the couple today. So, yeah, Jazz over from the US, ready to mix it with these guys. Plays a bit on the APP, played a bit in the minor league over there. And, yeah, it's cracking to see her against one of our top Aussies.
Roman just randomly copping strays. Sorry, mate. But, yeah, and she's up against the superstar herself, Michaela Hyatt. And we've covered her many times here in Australia for our international viewers. She has a ripping velocity off of her paddle. And no doubt we will see exactly that. As, you know, ask and you shall receive. We see her warming up her smashes. But this should be a very high-tempo match, Sanj.
Yeah, Mickey's no stranger to a medal match here on Aussie turf, let alone coming over to New Zealand and now trying to do the same. So she'll be ready to try and grab a medal. Didn't get on the podium in Sydney, so I know she's fired up and ready to have a crack here and take home a bit of the new PPA medals. She's just eyeing them off.
Yeah, fair enough too, and you're definitely not wrong with Hyatt being accomplished and well versed in pressure situations. It looks like our official Gray is getting a bit antsy as we can hear the rain pouring down, but it's irrelevant because we're indoors. Absolutely. How nice is it, by the way, just to not have to worry about the weather?
I know, I look outside, I hear it on the roof, and as long as there's no holes in the roof, we're doing well. And, you know, it's fantastic to sit here, not have to worry about the sun in our eyes. The players are looking really fresh. I know in Sydney when we got into the medal stage, players are looking drained, exhausted, finding a way to mentally tough through. So I love watching players come in, especially at this medal rounds, and just be able to give everything physically and mentally. So we're going to see a lot of physical pickleball, longer rallies, but also then the tactical element too. So Jazz, you can see, just getting warmed up in the background, just getting herself sorted, looking right down the camera, and yeah, let's crack in.
0-0, let's get started. Almagaya to serve. Oh, and we've started off with a good one. First points going to the side of Jasmine. And plenty of baseline rally driving to begin with. Quick 2-point lead.
Starting strong, exactly what she wants. She had that little pep talk to herself at the baseline. She's focused. It's great to see her getting the first couple of points straight off the bat.
Sanj, I know you're one of the leading advocates for women's pickleball here in Australia and now New Zealand and Southeast Asia. Must fill your heart with pride to see these ladies duking it out at such high quality.
Oh, absolutely, and just seeing the numbers increase for each event with the women's draw right across all is fantastic. And we're starting to see not only the physicality of the women's game improve, we're seeing the tactical and mental side too, and I think it's a testament to more tournaments happening and just these greater players coming in from different regions as well.
Oh, look at the speed off the paddle. And it's so fascinating, Sanj. I just called the men's gold medal, and there was a lot more dinking, it was a very slow-paced game in comparison. These ladies are just absolutely flogging it around the court. It's so good.
Yeah, and there you see classic backhand rip straight down the line. She was eyeing it off, set it up so well. And it might have just gone wide there. So,
Yeah,
no, back to Michaela Hayat to serve here.
Currently 1-3, that's a side out. Magaya getting it back. Oh, look at the topspin applied to that. Sheesh.
I love that. Just that pressing forward, quick lateral step to the left, and then just straight over that with a two-handed backhand. Mickey had no chance of getting that one back.
Yeah, well read, comfortable, looking very confident right now in Jasmine with a 4-point lead. And we have a timeout on the side of Michaela Hayat. Smart decision.
Yeah, I'm just so impressed with Jasmine's lateral speed. That first step, she's getting straight to that kitchen line, stepping fast to her left and her right. And often you'll see players will have a dominance or a preference one way or the other, but she's obviously done the work in the gym. She's physically ready. I know she's been here a few days. It's a long flight over from the US, but she's well prepared.
Yeah, not bad.
She's been pretty excited to come over here for a little while, so she's had her eyes on this one. One of the players in the open draw isn't playing MLP, so she's going all out here. She's got nothing to leave in the tank.
Yep. No doubt we'll hear her feature later on. She'll be joining the booth, which is pretty awesome to hear. And you'll all be able to hear her as well. So looking forward to it as play can recommence 5-1. Almagaya to bring it in. Double-hander backhand, sails long.
She's looking at it basically, should I left it? Should I take it? It's always that the question, you never know, but in the end, safety to take it.
Cool. Michaela's asked the question. Official Gray has confirmed it is in. So that's side out. Currently 5-1. Oof.
She was ready to pounce on it, eh? Just clipped the top of the net, and I think Michaela just pushed that a little closer to the sideline there. It made it a little bit longer lunge, and yeah, great shot from her.
Yeah, well left. Discipline there by Hayat. She never looks flustered, Michaela.
Not at all. She's in control, even though she's a few points down, and she'll dig her way in and try and score one here on her serve.
Driving error there for Hayat. That's an immediate side out. Oh, lofted a bit too far there.
Yeah, great placement for Michaela. She took that ball a little earlier on the rise and really just pushed it in. Didn't give Jazz anywhere near enough time to get the shot she wanted.
Perfection by Hayat.
There you see that forehand rip, whipped it across in front of Jazz. She got herself in a great position too, and Mickey didn't have a lot of room to work with. And I guess when you get into this pointy end of the tournament, you really are playing with the lines. You can't hit anything in the middle of the court.
Yeah, nice drive forcing the error there for Hayat. That's a 2-point difference right now for our players on court. Utilising the wonderful pickle roll surface. Oh no, cutting the angle too fine.
She ruined an opportunity there. She had that great, again, double hand backhand drive right into that back corner and had Mickey running and scrambling, and just those small little touches now to finish off.
Oh, it's gone long. Jasmine will be kicking herself after that one. Had a wonderful opportunity. Had Mickey right where she wanted her, but could not convert in the end. And Hayat slowly chipping away at this lead. Make that completely chipped away at the lead. It's currently a tie game, 5 apiece.
Just taking a moment, composing herself here.
Yep. she's done it. She's taken the lead, and somewhat relevant to what you were just saying, Sanja. Pickleballs, there's so much of a mental aspect to it, right?
Oh, absolutely. And when you're playing singles, no one else out there. There's you, your paddle, and your mind, and it's that battle between the ears to be able to execute what you have in your skill set.
Oh, high yet too low.
And you'll see these players at different points, their momentum will swing, and how quickly can they hold the momentum, or can they absolutely push through with that momentum? And you'll often see it with those runs of points that we've seen already at the start of this match.
Oh, what a drive.
Brilliant. Straight into the commentary booth there,
Yeah.
and you could see we had such a great line of sight down there. Mickey got in great position early, drove through that ball, and put it away for a winner.
Fair to say we have the best seats in the house, as long along with all of our viewers right now at home. Perfection once more by Hayat. She's having a lot of success with that double-handed backhand, which is par for the course for Michaela.
Absolutely, and just a little bit of background on Jazz too. And I know I was ribbing into her partner Robin about results, but they recently had a win in mixed at the Californian Pickleball Association. They had a mixed win there, so shout out to Roman and Jazz for getting a win there, and obviously not just good partners in life, but can play some pickleball as well, and that's always can be a tricky thing. So.
That deserves a medal in its own right. I know there's a lot of partners watching right now at home that are probably saying, geez, I wish we could do that, and full credit to them. There's Hyatt's
getting a little bit of insights and coaching there from the young Lucas Pascoe, the #1 draft pick in MLP Australia draft, and just settling her, give you a couple little tactical things, probably seeing a few things on the sidelines, and hey, how good is it to see one of the youngest athletes here jumping on with a bit of coaching. Well done, Lucas.
And we know how talkative Lucas is. That's me being tongue-in-cheek right there for the viewers at home that don't know him. We have a second timeout immediately called.
And look, Dill, obviously a lot of time you'll see coaches, and it can be in a range sport, not just pickleball, but they come in, a lot of talk, a lot of hype, and often it's just the player just needs that calming voice. Yeah. The one or two key words, it's often those reminders that they would have gone through at the start of the match, and someone, probably not a calmer player than Lucas anyway, and just to point out, hey, just stick to your guns. This was our game plan, stay with the strategy, and sometimes just that little bit of calming influence can be what the player needs.
It's currently 9-5. I was a little bit perplexed there, Sanj, because we had a swapping of sides. It must be a 1 game 15, yeah.
Yes, it is at the bronze medal matches here, just 1 to 15 coming through that back draw. So hence why you would have seen the ladies switch ends at 8 points. So we've got now 10-5.
That's right.
Hayat in the lead.
That's right. Whoa, response.
There we go. And that's why you see they came out absolutely firing. There was no warming up into this match. They're just like, we've got one set, we're ripping and running.
Yep.
And that's where you see the girls just leaving it all out there. I love it.
So good, so good. There we go. This is good for Jasmine. Only 4 points down. And a 15-point game, Sanj, compared to an 11-point. I find that's such a huge difference. Becomes a bit more of an endurance effect.
Yeah, and they'll use their timeouts to have those breaks, as they won't get the breaks between games. So you'll see them use them tactically, which we saw both girls use them a little earlier on. Wow, that's great power from Jazz. They really just put in Michaela on her back foot and was able to finish it this time too. Stayed in the point right to the very end.
Yeah, we're seeing a lot of success with the double-handed backhand there from Jasmine as she gets the side out. Currently 6-11. Make that 7-11.
Pressure on the serve too. I love that. Hey, you're down, and often you see players play a little safe and push in, but she's absolutely going for it, really playing with the margins. I love that.
We'll see what the call is.
I love that little look to the referee.
Yeah.
Like, give me a little tip here, a suggestion, a little indication, something. Just gone wide.
Adrian Gray's got the 1,000-yard stare. He does not give anything. He'd be good at poker. Oh, how good is that? 2 in a row. Almagaya starting to fire from the double-hander backhand, earning that side out once more.
Yeah, she's owning that backhand corner, hey? Like, I wonder if Michaela will stay with that or whether she'll look to switch up later. And she's still got a handy 4-point lead here.
Yeah, Mickey will take that one. Side out once more. Oh, the drive opportunity was there. Error.
She knows
forced,
it too, hey?
however. Yeah.
She looked at it straight away. She's like, I had an opportunity there. And that's where we talk about that mental game. Can she switch that off and refocus and back to the game plan?
A couple of side outs, and we saw this with the gentlemen's gold medal game that we just called. There were a lot of periods of just instant side out. Sanj was
Trading side outs. I love it.
Yeah, well, they're so fast paced, and these ladies can rip the ball so hard. Oh, what a rally.
So good. I love that. The first lob we've seen in this match. And look, we've got about a 15, 20 metre ceiling here, and there is a lot of opportunity for lobs, and good to see a tactical change up too.
Oh, Hayat had the deep serve there, but follow through unsuccessful. Almagaya getting it back once more, 7-12.
Yeah, she's working hard there. You can see just taking a little extra breath, a little go to the towel and suck in the air before going back to serve. Classic athlete move.
Yeah, it's good.
Oh, she had the short return there too, Michaela. I thought she was going to come in and just misread that a little bit and pops one into the net and just gives her a little bit of a sniff. Still 4-point difference. 8-12. Jazz is serving.
Oh, just low. That was a great deep return there for Hayat to force the side out. Sanj, you know what I find fascinating is seeing the combination of international players versus the Australian players and just seeing the two different styles clash. Lob is wide.
Yeah, and we've seen it right through the draw today, and players through from Asia. We've got a lot of players from the US over for this event too, and it's been great to see the experience. And then, as you said, just slightly different styles and just seeing different players rather than playing the same athletes you're used to each tournament. It's throwing up different results and different matchups.
Oh, that's so good. This is a bronze medal point here for Hayat.
Now Jazz says, no, not yet, my friend.
No.
You're going to have to earn it.
Yeah, fantastic response there. Down the line, earning that side out.
Love that. And little fist pump too. She's in this. She's switched on.
Shots called wide. She's not happy with herself.
I still love that. She's going right for the lines there.
Oh, yeah.
She's not trying to play that safe.
Yep. Yeah, do or die. Bronze medal on the line. And Hayat will take it.
There it is. Michaela Hayat takes the bronze medal for the PPA Tour event here in New Zealand. Congratulations and well done to Jazz Omagir for making her first final here in the PPA Tour. It's fantastic to see.
Yeah, and a big thank you to our official Adrian Gray as well, and always a big thank you for tuning in and watching our events throughout today. We've got our men currently duking it out. We've got Jay Grewal, Joey Wild taking it on for our bronze medal as well, so you're more than welcome to go over and tune in to that as well. But Sanj, thank you for jumping in the booth. It's been an absolute pleasure having you, and we'll no doubt have you in the booth throughout the weekend. We've got so many good games to get covered. It's going to be so much fun.
No worries. Looking forward to it, Dylan, and thanks everyone for tuning in.
Yeah, thank you. We'll see you at the next one, guys. Cheers.